Hey, it's Johar. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm just gonna do a fun tag for today. It's the nerdy narrative tag. And it's just a fun little tag. It only has 9 questions, so not bad at all. Okay. And I saw this tag from the book Wormhole. If you have not followed her yet, you definitely should. She is amazing, great channel, super kind. So if you haven't followed her yet, go follow her. She deserves it. Number 1, science fiction. What is a futuristic or imaginative element in a book that you are glad is now real? Well, I don't really read science fiction. Guess the only thing I can really think of off the top of my head is the Sect from FG's trilogy. Sect, it's like their version of the government, and it was kind of corrupt. This is a fantasy, not dystopian, even though that does kind of sound like it makes it dystopian. I guess it has some dystopian elements because of the messed up government, but the Sect just had a messed up way of dealing with things. And there's also the Phantoms in that, because the Phantoms were pretty bad and terrorized everyone. Number 2 is horror. What has been the scariest moment for you while reading a book? I don't think I have an answer for this. I don't get scared that easily, so I can't really think of a moment in a book that actually truly scared me. I can't even think of a moment that truly scared me in a horror movie. I've been watching horror since I was a kid. I was introduced to Scream and Nightmare on Elm Street when I was pretty young, so. Number 3, fantasy. What would you import from a fantasy world into our own world? That's a good question. I read a lot of fantasy, so I probably have a lot of answers for this. And of course, I can't think of any off the top of my head. I don't know. I would really love a school like Monster High. First of all, they let you freaky flag fly and all that, so that's really cool. And the catacombs is really cool. I guess those aren't things, those are places, but that's really cool, a lot of the things in the Monster High world is really cool that I would love. And the fashions and everything. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that. Number 4, comic and manga. What's a comic you enjoyed or one you have wanted to check out? I'm not a comic or manga person. I didn't hate the mangas for Seekers, but that's because I was biased to my love for Seekers and my love for those characters. But I don't really plan on rereading them because I only read them because they were Seekers and I love the characters. Number 5, literary. Oh, actually, I do want to check out a comic, and that's only because I already love the TV show for it. That's Avatar: Last Airbender comics and Legend of Korra comics, because I love those TV shows and I really want to see what happened afterwards. So I do want to read those, but only because of my love for those shows. I don't want to check out the Buffy comics though, because I've heard things about it and I do not like the storylines they went with that. Number 5, right? Literary fiction and classics. What's some classic book that you've been meaning to get into but haven't yet? None. I'm not a classic person. And I don't, and especially since I don't think they have any classics that are fantasy, so that also is like a no. Plus, I read a lot of underrated series, and classics are anything but underrated, so I'm gonna have to say nothing for that question, because I don't read classics, and I don't read what I don't think I'll enjoy. That's why I stay in my comfort zone for the most part, and that's why I always end up, like 90% of the time, I end up rating books 4 or 5 stars, and I end up really enjoying the books I read because I know what I like and I stay in that. Number 6, The Busy Bee. What book would you like to share with all your friends? Do I even have to say at this point? Like if you know me at all, you know the answer to this, because apparently I am that transparent. Seekers. Everyone, go read Seekers. If you haven't read Seekers yet, go read Seekers. What are you still doing here? Go read Seekers. I just want everyone to love Seekers because it's so underrated and it's a masterpiece. The storyline, the friendships, the characters, the ships, the storyline, the plot. I think it says storyline twice. Oh well. It's just all amazing and beautiful, and the writing itself is beautiful, and it's so underrated, and it makes me sad. I don't have an obsession, though. Remember that. Number 7, influencer. If you could have influenced an author to make a different decision in a book, what would it have been? I know. And this one, surprisingly enough, is going to have to be about Seekers. I know. I just feel like Udrak, I consider him a main character, but at the same time, I guess he technically wasn't, even though he was on, like, after he was introduced in book 1, he was on, like, at almost every chapter, and, but he's also the only character that's on constantly without his own POV chapter, because, like, Khalik, Tuklo, and Lusa all have their own point of view chapters, and he stinking pulled a Joss Whedon, okay? If you guys haven't seen Buffy, you don't understand what I mean, but one of my favorite characters, Tara, dies near the end of season 6 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, okay? And I love Tara, and the only reason why they killed her off because they wanted her girlfriend Willow to go all evil and try to destroy the world because of her pain and grief, and Xander, her best friend, save her by telling her she loves her. They wanted that whole storyline, and I love that storyline. I love Willow and Xander's friendship. I love the whole evil Willow storyline, but killing off Tara to do it was bogus. But she gets shot at the end of the episode Seeing Red, okay? In that episode, they sneaking put Amber Benson, who plays Tara, she was introduced in the middle of season 4, and she's been a big part from season 5 to season 6. She was a huge part in the show, and I feel like they should have put her name in the main titles at the start of season 5, but they didn't. They waited to put her name in the main titles for Seeing Red, the episode she ended up getting shot, because your guard is apparently down, because you're like, oh, she's finally a main character, oh, she's gonna be here for the long run. Nope, boom, she's dead. That was bogus. And Aaron Hunter pulled that, okay? In book 6, Udrak got his own POV chapters. I got so excited. I was like, yes, you go Udrak, because he's my second favorite character, and I love him, and he's a sweetheart, and needs to be protected. He's a cinnamon roll character, okay? He's one of my cinnamon roll characters, and he needs to be protected. And he had his own point of view chapters, and I got all excited. Like, I was seriously fangirling over there. I was all giddy. I was like, yes, you go, Udrak, you deserve your own chapters. At the end of the book, he dies, saving his friends from an avalanche. That was bogus. You played with my heartstrings, just like Joss Whedon did with Tara. It was very emotional. But yeah, I'd say Udrak should have gotten his point of view chapters from, at least from book 2, if nothing later. Because he became a big part after he met Toklo, and then they met Lusa, and then they all met Khalik. And I just feel like he was underappreciated and underrated, and he deserves so much better than what he got. So he deserves his own point of view chapters. And I will die saying that. And I also, if I could, would have him, like, not die, but I guess that was his destiny because of what happened after he died, but I already spoiled a lot, so I'm not going to tell you that. But he should have at least gotten his point of view chapters from at least book 2, if not book 1. I mean, I kind of get book 1, because book 1 was about Toklo, Lusa, and Khalik's lives, and before they all met, and Udrak didn't really remember his past, so I get why they wouldn't have him have any chapters for himself in book 1. But book 2, book 3, book 4, book 5, he should have had them. He shouldn't have just gotten them in book 6, right when they were going to plan on killing him off. That was bogus, and I'm still not okay with it. I'm still not past it. As you can tell, Udrak is one of the saddest book characters ever, and every time I reread that, I still cry. To this day, I've been reading this in grade 4, and that death still kills me. It's like, it still kills me the way Fred and Lupin's deaths kill me in Harry Potter. It was just so uncalled for. moving on from that rant. Number 8. I'm on 8 right now. The birthday wish. What book do you want for your birthday? I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of books I still want to read. Okay, maybe, they made some more Warriors book. I'm still not caught up in Warriors, but I would like the new Warrior books that came out. I also like the last 2 of the Charmed books because I don't own them yet. But there's like 5 books in the last arc, and then the 6th one in that arc comes out in November, and then there was a super edition that came out recently that I would like. I guess that's all for now, because I'll eventually want more books once I catch up with the books I already own. Number 9 is the invite. Who are you inviting to your booktube party? Tag some friends to share a cake with. Who will I invite to my booktube party? The book Wormhole. She's already done this tag, obviously, because I got it from her, but I would definitely invite her to my booktube party. She'd be one of my first invites, 100%. Then Tiffany at Beach Bum Bookworm. There's that's 2. So I'm gonna hold on my fingers so I know how many I'm counting. There's Lee at Dark Rose Creation, Cheska at Lady Lovestead Reads, and the other Tiffany at Masquerade Chick. So yeah, those are my tags, and I hope you guys do this video. It was fun. Robin from Bookworm, I know you already did it, but I obviously want to invite you to my booktube party. So that's all for this video. Please like, subscribe, and comment your answers, and comment if you're surprised at all about my little Seekers rants. But comment if you also think that's messed up, because that was messed up. But I'll talk to you guys later. Hey, just coming in for a little update at the end of this video. So for some reason I thought it only said 5. I don't know why I read 5 for the booktube party. But there are a couple more people I would like to invite, and I don't want to exclude them. And for some reason I only thought it said 5, and I don't know why. But since I can invite more, I'm going to go with Lucy from Lucy Turns Pages as well. Megan from Mythical Megan. Cece from Cece's Journey. Cece, whatever. I forgot what her channel name is. And then Storm from Storm Reads. So just want to add those real quick. So I'll talk to you next time.